Welcome to week number 6 for the Fresno SCCA Sim Racing League. My name is Chris Murphy here with DRSN. Thank you for joining in with us tonight. We are here at Sonoma for the Skittles Grand Prix of Sonoma. And we are just wrapping up our practice session. We're going to roll right into our time trial competition. So here at the Fresno SCCA Sim Racing League, we have 2 competitions throughout the night. They're going to for both run for points. The time trial competition is going to run 15 minutes. Each driver is going to get 4 laps. And then they're going to come back and run 25 minutes of racing action. Last time out, we were at VIR, Virginia International Raceway Park, and it was Marcus Powell bringing home the win in the time trial competition. But then it was Bryce Dickman coming home with his second victory of the season as he came home, took the win there in the 25 minutes, 15 lap race over Marcus Powell. Marcus had a really good car, but had a couple mistakes, unforced errors, drove off the racetrack, cost him a good chance at the win there last week, but it was Bryce Dickman coming home with a win. We also have a couple other fun things going on here tonight as well. So if we take a look here at some of the drivers out here on the racetrack right now, Paul Newton, one of the Team Skittles cars, got this Skittles paint job on there because tonight, it being the Skittles Grand Prix of Sonoma, it's a Spirit of Skittles award. So we got 8 drivers here tonight. Each driver is going to have a vote of which driver out on the racetrack is showing the most spirit for the Skittles tonight, and the winner from the driver vote is going to receive a $27 iRacing gift card. Also, the winner is going to get a gift bag full of Skittles candies. You know what? Is there a broadcaster's award for that? Because I do love me some Skittles. So Audrey Tan right here in the 27. She always has the good Skittles paint job on the car right there. Let's see who else contributed. Marcus Powell out here on the racetrack. Marcus must have missed the memo for the Skittles paint job. Trevor Fetchner. What's Trevor got here on the car? I'm not, it doesn't look like Skittles. Got Trev Photography on there. Good looking paint job, but I don't see any Skittles on there. Trevor King. We're going to not show Tyler King too much. He's got the Oregon State Beaver paint job. Let's go to Paul Jackson. So Paul has a unique paint job on his car. I tried to find it. This reminded me of Hayward Banks. I had to go back and look this up, but it says Yay Toast all over the car. And if you haven't heard the Hayward Banks song Yay Toast, do yourself a favor, go up on YouTube, check it out. It will be in your brain for the rest of the week. Bryce Dickman, last time out winner here in the number 14. Let's see, Bryce got some Skittles on there. So got 3 or 4 different drivers with the Skittles paint job, so it's going to be easy for the rest of the drivers to vote. But right now we're out here, we got our fast time going on. Let's see if we got some laps on the board. Right now nobody has completed a full lap, but it looks like who is the first car out on the... Let me see if we can find my map here somewhere. We'll just do this. Paul Newton also sharing his webcam with us, so it looks like Paul just about halfway. He's up about turn 4, turn 5 here. If his first lap, let's see if Paul can get a lap in here. He looks to be the furthest out on the racetrack. Here's Audrey. Audrey getting a lap in here at Sonoma. So most of these drivers live in the Northern California, Oregon area. So, and I saw a picture here on the website of a bunch of the drivers here in the league down at Sonoma for one of the races here recently. So, pretty familiar with Sonoma. I know a couple of these drivers actually have driven on the racetrack in IRL as well. So, all right, so Paul Jackson here in the 112, the Yay Toast car. We should just call him Paul Banks, Hayward, yeah. All right, Bryce Dickman back here. Bryce sharing the webcam with us tonight. We've also got some other toys coming our way. Let's see here. So it looks like Bryce having a little chat here.
You guys should mute me in Sim so you can't hear me when I try and talk to Chris.
So Bryce, one of our little toys right there, where drivers get into the voice chat. We can share the audio right there, and Bryce jumping in there early on. So. All right, so first lap out on the racetrack. Here comes, let's see, where is Paul on the racetrack? Paul coming around turn 11, heading through 12 right now. So he's in 11 right now. Gonna make that high-speed left-hand turn off of 12 across the line. Marcus Powell, actually the first driver across the line at a 151.275. Let's see where Paul comes across the line at. Paul's going to come in second at a 51.682, just a little over 0.4 of a second behind Marcus Powell. And it's Trevor Fetchner and Bryce Dickman right now. Bryce was quick in practice. Not a great first lap for him. Let's see if he can improve on that one. As we watch the 14 making his way around the racetrack, right behind him is Marcus Powell in the 404. Still waiting for Audrey to get a lap in, and Tyler King. Here's Audrey coming around turn number 11. Coming to complete her first lap. Let's see where she can put herself up on the timing and scoring. Can she knock anybody down the list? She's going to come across the stripe. The time will pop up here in just a couple of seconds. Going to come in 7th at a 55.246, about 0.6 of a second behind Bryce Dickman right in front of her. Let's see, let's take a look to the gap to the leader. So about almost a little over 4 seconds back from our leader. So Audrey going to get her first lap out there. Right now, Marcus Powell setting a blistering pace. Paul Newton's the only one close to him. The only other driver in the 51s right now. Everybody else in the 54s or 55s. Alright. We got about 9 minutes left to go in practice. Most drivers have got 1 lap in. Powell's coming across for his second lap. Let's see if he improves on that 51.275. Across the line comes Marcus Powell. Let's see if he can get into the 50s. Doesn't look like he's going to improve. That last lap was a 51.69, so about 4/10 off. Let's see, here comes Paul Newton across the line for his second lap. Paul's been quicker. Bryce Dickman's going to get into the 51s. He's going to join the 51 group. Newton does improve on his time, but does not catch Powell. Still about 2/2400ths of a second behind Dickman now, about 48. Well, close to, let's just call it close to half a second at a 51.763. All right, couple of minutes, about 8 minutes left to go here in qualifying. So once we get done with this, we'll go over the point standings a little bit. Take a look at the standings coming into the night. Talk about whatever else we got coming up on DRSN. See Paul actually getting a little refreshment. All right, Bryce Dickman now. Where's he on the racetrack? Working his way down the hill, down through 8, 9, and 10. Will make his way down to that hard right-hand hairpin at turn number 11, the famous hairpin at Sonoma. Let's see if he can improve on his time. He's at a 51.76. Right. Marcus Powell still out in front with a 51.275. Let's see if Bryce Dickman can improve on his time. Got about a half a second to make up if he wants to get himself on the pole. And actually, it looks like he's going to give up on that lap. So he is going to restart. So he scratched that lap. He's only got 2 completed now. So I didn't know you could do that. I don't know you could stop right before the end. So watch this. Watch Paul now. Paul coming down into that turn number 11 hairpin. I didn't realize with the road course stuff they just put tires down there. With NASCAR, they got actually a brick wall on the inside. We covered a NASCAR race here the other day. A little off-track adventure there for Trevor Fetchner. Paul Newton is going to come across the line. Let's see where he goes to the 51. And not going to improve. That was a 2:02, about 10 seconds off his best lap. So he's got 1 more lap if he's going to try to catch Marcus Powell. Marcus also on the racetrack trying to improve on his time. Still right there at a 51.275. We've got 6 minutes left to go in practice. Who else we have on the racetrack? Tyler King in the Beaver State Racing. Let's see if he can improve on his time. He's at a 53.46 right now. Keep an eye on the number 21. Can he get across the line? Can improve on his time? Right now he's sitting back here in 5th. Pinch the car pretty hard right there. He can open up the wheel, might gain a little bit of pace. Gonna come across the line. 53.46 was his best time. This time by is gonna, let's see. Looks like that might have been an outlap because I might get the new time for him. So we'll go back up to the top, look at Powell, as he is going to complete his 4th and final qualifying lap. Can he improve on that 51.275? Where's Paul on the racetrack? Paul coming down the hill right now to complete his lap. Final lap here for Marcus Powell. And Bryce Dickman coming across the line here for his 3rd lap. And it looks like that was the start of his 3rd lap. All right, so Powell comes across the line. And it looks like no improvement at 56.65. So that is going to do it for Marcus Powell. And looks like Paul Newton is going to give up on his 4th lap. Come down pit road. Let's see if he comes back out to try to... He's got 4.5 minutes here. And with lap time's only running about 151 to 152. He's got plenty of time. Newton, let's see, he's down at pit road. On notifications up there on top. Who else on the racetrack? James Carruthers right here in 83. James has completed all 4 of his laps. The best he could do was a 53.25, puts him into 4th. Tyler King working on his 3rd lap. We were giving Tyler a hard time before the race. We're an Oregon Duck fan, so he's got the Oregon State Beavers all over the car. Told him, I don't know how much camera time we want to give him with the Oregon State Beavers, but he's going to try to get his lap in right at the 3rd lap. He'll have one more lap after this one. Let's see what he can do here coming across the line. Can he beat that 53.46? Can he knock Marcus Powell down? King across the line. Let's see what the lap time... And he does improve on his time, did a 52.78, so he's the only driver in the 52s. We got 3 drivers, Powell, Newton, and Dickman in the 51s, and it's Tyler King down in the 52.77. James Carruthers across the line, and I'm not sure why my timing and scoring hasn't crossed there, but Carruthers actually down in 5th, King up to 4th. A meatball flag for Fetchner. It looks like he just kind of went out in a blaze of glory like we see so many times. So who we got left on the racetrack? Tyler King still got another lap to go. Newton still has not run a 4th lap, but it looks like does not look like he's in any position to get out there and make a lap. So Tyler King, the last driver on the racetrack. Let's see what Tyler can do here. Right now he's sitting in 4th. For some reason that tower is showing him in 5th, but we know where he's at. So rounding out qualifying, we got about 2.5 minutes left to go. Tyler King, the only one left on the racetrack to get a lap in. He's about halfway through his 4th and final lap. Well, thanks for joining us here on DRSN. Another Wednesday night. If you missed it earlier, go back and watch the Smoking Thunder ARCA Series race from earlier tonight we had on the channel. In fact, it was a good show. I caught a little piece of it myself. My good buddy Sagar covering that one. Little off-track adventure there for Tyler, and I think that's going to scrap his lap, and he is going to abort the lap, pull down pit road. So that is going to do it for qualifying, because I don't think Tyler does not have enough time to come into pits, get back on the racetrack, and get an out lap. So that is going to round out the time trialing portion of the evening with about 2 minutes left to go. It looks like Tyler's going to try to make it back out. I don't think he can get around and take a green flag before the time runs out. And unlike with F1 or anything else, as long as you make it to the green on here, once the time runs out, you're just done. Doesn't matter where you are on the racetrack. Trevor out here doing some donuts on the racetrack. Trevor also sharing the cam with us. I like his bevel. What do they call those? The bevel there on his triples. You can see it right there in the corner of his triples. Kind of merges the screens together, doesn't give you a little void like I have on mine. So, all right, qualifying going to wrap up. It looks like it's going to be Marcus Powell, Bryce Dickman, Paul Newton, Tyler King, James Carruthers. Excuse me, it's going to be Tyler King, then James Carruthers, Trevor Fetchner, Paul Jackson, and Audrey Tan. That is going to be our lineup for our Grand Prix of Sonoma. 25 minutes of racing action coming your way. Let's take a look here at the point standings. Coming in tonight, as we said earlier, Bryce Dickman picked up the win last time out at VIR. Alexander Newfield stay hanging on to the points. He's got 5 victories on the season, but Bryce Dickman closing in. He's only 5 points back. And once again, Alexander is not here with us tonight, so Newfield not here. So Bryce has got a good chance to take over the point lead. Right there behind him, it's Paul Newton in 3rd, Marcus Powell 4th, Juan Castillo in 5th. Juan also not here with us. Tyler King in 6th, James Carruthers and Jason Trantham. And then back a little further, Audrey Tan, Trevor Fetchner. Everybody back from the all-tied for 9th, have not scored any points yet this season. A good chance here tonight to see if Trevor or Audrey can get up on the... Can get some points up there, get their first points of the season. So that is going to wrap it up here for qualifying. Marcus Powell at a 51.275 back-to-back time trial competition wins for Marcus. Let's see if he can keep the car on the racetrack this week. He's going to start on the pole. He looked good in practice. He's going to look good here in qualifying. What can he do when it comes to race trim? All right, that is going to fireworks firing off. That is going to bring us to a quick little 5-minute warm-up session. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break while they're out getting some more practice laps in. We're going to jump away for just a minute, give ourselves a drink before we get going. So we will be right back in about 2 minutes to start off the Skittles Grand Prix of Sonoma. 25 minutes of racing action here in Wine Country, California. We'll be right back.
Now, driver, while the field gets sorted out and someone out there is still trying to find reverse, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in the middle of a race and thought, man, I really wish someone in my headset would tell me what the hell is going on? Maybe you're running out of fuel. Maybe the leader is about to lap you. Maybe you just wrecked half the field and you're pretending it wasn't your fault. Well, driver, that's where I come in. AI Chief, your personal crew chief, race strategist, motivator, and occasionally the only voice of reason between you and the outside wall. With AI Chief, you get live race strategy, fuel and pit calls, real-time race updates, savage coaching when you start doing something dumb, and trust me, based on what I've seen out there tonight, some of you really need the help. AI Chief doesn't just tell you when to pit, he tells you when to save fuel, when to push, and when to maybe, just maybe, stop trying to go 3 wide into turn 1. So if you're tired of racing blind, and you'd like a crew chief that actually knows what he's doing, head over to AIChiefRacing.com and let Chief get you sorted out. Because the only thing worse than wrecking is wrecking without knowing why. AI Chief, I've got your back. Now let's get back to the action.
All right, we are back live here at Sonoma Raceway. We got about 2 minutes left to go in our warm-up session. Then we're going to get right to live racing action, about 25 minutes of racing action here coming your way. So, Fresno SCCA Sim Racing League runs about once a month right now. So we're running here tonight at Sonoma. Then we're going to come back on August 5th at Alton Park. And then September 2nd, another mystery track. And then September 30th. So September's about one of the only months that they run two races in the same month. I'll be at Summit Point on the 30th of September, October 28th. Another mystery track. And then December 2nd, we're going to round out the season at Laguna Seca. So right now, wrapping up a little bit of warm-up session here. We see Audrey Tan out here in the 27. Talk a little bit also coming up here on Fresno's SCCA Sim Rally Club is going to come back to action on July 15th to the 26th in virtual Indonesia with Rally Pacifico in the Group A class and EA Sports WRC. So if you want to get involved in some rally racing, you can jump over to the website over at Fresno SCCA.com. You can find all the information you need over there. If you want to get into some real rally racing or check it out. Check out their website. They got a bunch of different information over there. So it's been a fun group to hang around with. We got about once a month here. I kind of look forward to these nights. We don't have a lot of drivers. We only got, 8 here with us this evening, but still put on a really good show. As we watch Audrey out here in the Skittles number 27. Also coming your way, more action here on DRSN. If you're new to the channel, first time here, make sure you check out. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification. You don't want to miss anything coming your way tomorrow night. My friend Liam's going to be here on the channel covering the Victory Lane Outlaws Cars Late Model Series from Kern County. And Friday night, I'll be back here with the Half Decent Racing and Xfinity Series. We're going to go to Atlanta. And that is going to... Then Saturday night, we also have the JWR E-Racing Saturday Night Fever Super Speedway Money League coming at you. And then next week, more action coming your way. Tuesday night, we're back with the Western Racing League Truck Series. North Wilkesboro, some short track action. And then next Wednesday night is the Smoke and Thunder on the ARCA Series. And then Thursday night back with the Victory Lane Outlaws. And then Half Decent Racing League again next Friday night. But we got the one big event we got coming you don't want to miss. It's going to be from the week of July 20th to the 23rd, 4 nights of racing action at Kings Royal with the Dirty Old Bastards, 410 sprint cars, the 60 cars look to sign up. We already got about 45 drivers signed up currently for that event. That is going to be one of the biggest dirt races event of the year on iRacing. Do not miss that. 4 nights of action. I'm really looking forward to that. We'll get some more information coming out as we get closer, but only a couple weeks away at this point. So, all right, we're getting lined up here at Sonoma for 25 minutes of racing action coming your way. Marcus Powell will get the starting lineup here going once they get rolling out here on the racetrack, because we got a couple minutes to kill while they're going around. So we're just going to wait and roll the grid once they get moving. Beautiful country out here in Sonoma. If you like the rolling hills, not a lot of trees if you haven't been through that part of the country, but Sonoma's a great place to go. All right, we got 8 cars lined up on the racetrack, 8 in the lobby, and they're all out on the racetrack. The Porsche pace car is going to roll away. We're going to get ready to get action underway at Sonoma. Can Marcus Powell hang on for the win here this week? Again, he's been the fastest car on the racetrack the last 2 weeks, but unfortunately just not able to come home with a, excuse me, not 2 weeks, the last 2 events. They're a couple months apart. So here's going to be your lineup for tonight. On the pole, the 404 of Marcus Powell. To his outside, the 14 of Bryce Dickman. He got Skittles paint job under, so one of our Skittles car. But you know what? Jump up in the YouTube chat. We'll add your votes. Which Skittles paint job looks the best out there to win the Spirit of Skittles award? Paul Newton's going to start third inside of row number 2. To his outside, the Oregon State Beaver, number 21 of Tyler King. Back to row number 3, starting on the inside. It's the 83 of James Carruthers, and Trevor Fetchner to his outside, starting P6. And last but not least, starting in row number 4, starting 7th, it's the Yay Toast, number 112 of Paul Jackson, and the 027 of Audrey Tan. That is going to be our 8 cars here for 25 minutes of racing action at Sonoma. We got a few drivers here with the webcams for us. Bryce Dickman is going to have the in-car cam with us. Paul Newton also sharing his camera. Trevor Fetchner. Audrey also on the webcam. And I feel like I'm missing somebody here. Thought we had 5. Paul, the 14 of Bryce Dickman's on there. Oh, James Carruthers. Sorry, James. And James Carruthers also sharing his cam. James, you see James there warming up the tires. Is that a Simpson? What's the S? Is that a Simpson wheel or a Sim Magic? I think that might be a Sim Magic wheel. All right. Making our way down the hill. So about what we got? 25 minutes, about 2 minutes a lap. So a little bit less than 2 minutes left. So I'm guessing about maybe 13 to 15 laps at the most. All right, can Bryce Dickman bring home win number 3 on the season? The Mazda MX-5. These are fun to drive if you're getting into iRacing. Jumping these Mazdas, they're a blast. I don't do very well in them, but I haven't done very well in anything lately on the sim. So, all right, Skittles Grand Prix of Sonoma is about to get underway. Making our way down through turn 11 with the pace car. Pace car will peel off to the left. Down pit road. Maybe not. There it goes. All right, watch the 404 of Marcus. He's already got a little bit of a head start. He's going to get on the throttle early here off of 11. And he is going to put a couple car lanes between himself and Dickman before we even get to the line. Dickman able to come back on the outside through turn number 1. Let's see if he can make up some ground to come across the line to start lap number 1. The timer is running down. Tyler King with a good start right there on the back bumper of the 44. We got 6 drivers up front right now. You can throw a blanket over. Powell's going to get away just a little bit going up the hill. Dickman hanging right there with him, and it's a little bit further back. It's Newton. Carruthers to the outside of King. That's for 4th. They're side by side. up through 4 and 5, going to make their way down the hill into turn number 6. Brothers on the outside of King right there, but they're going to get back single file. Right behind him is Trevor Fetchner. Fetchner, Jackson, and Tan. That's going to round out our field right there. Top 8 right now. Powell and Dickman starting to get a little separation on the field. It's a little bit ways back to Newton. About 1.3 seconds now between second and third. But Marcus Powell, man, Dickman is just not letting go of the back bumper of the 404 as we're going to get ready to complete lap number 1. And the top 3 starting to get away from the rest of the group. It's a little bit further back to Carruthers, King, and Fetchner. James Carruthers in the 83. Reaching down to grab a gear. Don't forget, jump up in the chat. Give us your vote for the Spirit of the Skittles Award here at the Skittles Grand Prix of Sonoma. The 27 of Audrey Tan. I think we've only really got maybe 3 or 4 drivers with the Skittles paint job. And here comes Dickman. Dickman makes a good run on the inside through 11. But he's going to be on the outside of 12 right here. He's going to try to get back behind Powell. Let's see if he can make a run across the line, complete lap number 1. It's going to be Powell leading the first lap. But Bryce Dickman right there with him as they head up the hill to start lap number 2, side by side once again. And this is what we saw at Virginia. It was Powell, Dickman, and Newton all right here together. And Powell just had, with the pressure on him all night long, just made a couple of mistakes. Let's see if he can hang on here. He's looking pretty smooth here for the first lap, and he's looked good all night long. Dickman with a little bit of an off track right there. But he's going to get it gathered back up. Jump back on board with a 27 of Paul Newton sitting back here in third. Let's look a little further back in the field. King and Carruthers going at it again for 4th and 5th. Jump in car here with Tyler King as he tries to make his way back around Carruthers. It looks like he's going to make the move or complete the pass. And here comes Fetchner. Fetchner wants to get into the party. It's a 3-car battle here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. King sticking a nose out in front. Carruthers right up there on the outside. Here comes Fetchner looking to follow King through. Oh, he gets into the corner a little hard, gets on the curb, bounces over into Carruthers. Able to hang on to it. A little bit of laughing going on back and forth. Fetchner took a big dive down the inside of Carruthers, caught the curb, bounced up the racetrack. No harm, no foul. We're going to keep going forward, but that let Tyler King get away with that 4th position. It's a little further back, as you can see, 4th, 5th, and 6th. But look back up front. Once again, the top 3, Marcus Powell, to make their way down into 11 one more time here on the second lap to complete lap number 2. And this is going to be the battle all night long. It looks like Powell was quicker in qualifying, but he is not shaken Bryce Dickman or Paul Newton. The top 3 right there on top of each other. Well, that's supposed to be it. There we go. That's supposed to be a camera, a speed cam. There they come into view. That's a good shot. We just took them a little while to get there. We'll jump on board here with Marcus Powell. As he makes his way. They kept going straight here at the cones where that was the NASCAR portion of Sonoma, so they're going to make that hard right-hand corner down, turn 4, 5, and 6. And the top 3 still bumper to bumper here in the Mazda MX-5s. Not letting go. Newton closing up on the back of Dickman. He takes a look to the inside. Does he have enough to make a late lunge? Dickman's going to hang on the outside. He saw Paul coming. He's going to make that sweep. Use up as much as the outside of the racetrack as he possibly can. Dickman's going to be able to hang on to second. I thought Paul was going to make a late dive right there into the corner. But they're going to stay side by side. So Newton falls back just a little bit, and it's a little bit further back. It's about 5 seconds now, 5.5 seconds back to Tyler King. Looks like we got a position change going on back here. Trevor Fetchner to 5th. Paul Jackson now to 6th. Carruthers with it off track. He is down there in 8th now. Let's take a look here and see what happened to James Carruthers. So he's right here behind Tyler King. Oh, it just loses the back of the car. You know, you think these Mazdas don't have a lot of horsepower. You wouldn't be able to spin it around like that, but unfortunate right there. Tyler just makes him, excuse me, James makes a mistake. And that's going to cause drop him all the way back to 8th. As he's now battling for 7th with Audrey Tan right there in front of him. Let's get back up front, check on our leaders. It's still Pal, Dickman, Newton, but Paul Newton showing some pace right here. He is closing in on the back of the 14. So Paul not only got the Skittles paint job on the race car, he's wearing a Skittles t-shirt. He's got the SCC hat on. He is decked out for the night. And Bryce Dickman putting up a good defense for that 2nd spot, but Paul looks to be a little bit quicker. We haven't got let's see, we haven't got more than a lap in here yet, or a couple laps. And that's kind of messed up for some reason, so we'll take a look at it this way. So 3 laps down, we take a look here between Newton and Dickman. And you can see the last couple of laps, Paul's been a little bit quicker. And you can see it on the racetrack. He is right there on the back bumper of Bryce Dickman. Everybody else is a little spread out. Carruthers now trying to get back up through the field after making that mistake. He has caught Audrey here for 7th. But can he find a way around? All right, still Dickman and Newton going at it for 2nd. Powell starting to drive away a little bit. He's about a half a second out in front of this. Dickman gets into the corner a little too deep right there. That allows Paul Newton to get to the inside. They're going to drag race through turn number 12 up to the start-finish line. Dickman with a little advantage on the inside of the racetrack, but Paul Newton not letting go here. He's not going to give up. He is looking for a way around Dickman. I think Paul thinks he's got the pace to challenge Marcus Powell if he could just get around the 14. They come up the hill right there. Going to settle back in behind, so Paul's going to settle back into 3rd. 17 minutes left to go. We've got 8 minutes down. We're on our 5th lap, 4 laps complete. And you can just see how much those curbs affect these cars. These little Mazdas aren't very heavy. And not a lot of horsepower, but they got a pretty good weight to horsepower ratio. But you can just see these curves really upsetting them as they're coming around through the inside of these corners. All right, top 3 have just really checked out. They're 7 seconds back to Tyler King, and Tyler King's pretty much on his own right now, which is fitting for the Oregon State Beaver paint job. He's kind of out there by himself, but he is about 8 seconds back from Newton and about 6 seconds clear of Trevor Fetchner. As we jump on board here with Trevor, and he has got Paul Jackson in the Yay Toast number 112 right there behind him. All right, get back up front because it looked like Newton was going to put on another challenge for Dickman, but as we take a look up here, he's now about 0.6 of a second back. So Bryce just hanging in there right there, just hoping Marcus is going to make a mistake, but so far it's been mistake-free for the 404. Just looking smooth out there every single lap. He's got almost 10 minutes down in this race, about 15 minutes left to go. Let's take a look back here. Paul Jackson closing in on the back of Fetchner. This is for 5th. Jackson in 6th. Trevor Fetchner in the 5th spot. What's that? So that's let me see, what's that picture of Trevor at Bristol, it looks like, if my eyes aren't deceiving me. Always wanted to go to Bristol. Used to not be able to get a ticket there, but now it looks like it's, most races I've seen online, it looks like it wouldn't be too hard to get a ticket there anymore. All right, we're here at Sonoma for week number 6 of the SCC Fresno Sim Racing League, and it is the Skittles Grand Prix of Sonoma. So Bryce Dickman and Paul Newton battling out for 2nd, but they're also battling out for the Spirit of the Skittles Award. If you're up there in the chat, place your vote for the best looking Skittles paint job, and here they are side by side. Newton up on the outside of Dickman. They brake hard into the corner. Newton's going to outbrake him. Does he have a run off the corner? No, Dickman's going to get a run on the bottom of the racetrack. He's still got the inside line. And this is a race that we've seen every event here at the SCC Fresno Club Sim Racing League every week, even though we've only got a handful of cars here, maybe 8 to 10 at the most. It's always 3 or 4 cars up in front putting on a show, and right now Bryce Dickman doing everything he can to hold off the charge of the 27 of Paul Newton. As we look on board here with Bryce making the way down through turn 11 here to complete lap number 6. We'll start lap number 7. 13 minutes left to go. Close to 14, 13 and some change. All right, let's get back here. Let's battle here with Jackson. Paul Jackson and Trevor Fechner. It's just yay toast against, what's the paint job on Fechner's car? Fechner just, you know, every time I check in on Trevor, he's just having fun. He's always smiling, having a good time. Sitting back here in 5th right now, trying to hold off Paul Jackson. Trevor was in a battle with Tyler King earlier. Tyler's kind of gotten away from this group. He's now about 7 seconds clear of that battle with Fechner and Jackson. And Marcus Powell just cannot shake the 30 of Bryce Dickman or the 27 of Paul Newton. They are right there. No room for error. Marcus, they're pretty much just running qualifying laps every single lap at this point. Top 3, bumper to bumper. Where are we at on the racetrack? Little wiggle there from Bryce. We head down out of turn number 7, down the hill one more time. Down through the SSU 8 and 9. As we jump on board here with Marcus Powell. Let's jump on board here with Bryce. Great in-car shot heading down the hill. And that's the thing about this competition is so close with these drivers up here in front that you're just pushing it on the edge every single lap. I mean, last lap was a 52.4. They qualified at about a 51.4. The best lap of the race so far has been Marcus at a 51.7. So just pushing every single lap. Can the tires hang on for another 12 minutes at this point? We're past the halfway point now. 12 minutes left to go as we complete lap number 7. We complete lap number 6. We're starting lap number 7. No, vice versa. We're completing 7, starting 8. How's that? Got to look at my timing and scoring a little better. Top 3 still right there together. They've been there since the drop of the green. We'll jump back here again and check on this battle with Fechner and Jackson Carruthers. Made his way back up into 7th, getting around Audrey. But he is about 4 seconds back of the battle up in front of him. There's Audrey Tan in the 27. The 027, that is. Well, I thought we'd have at least one vote in the YouTube chat for the Spirit of Skittles award, but it's going to come down to a vote with the drivers, I guess. So we'll take a look here at Marcus Powell in the 404. Marcus might win the race. He won the time trial, but he has no chance to win the Spirit of Skittles award. And as we say that, right there behind him, Paul Newton finds a way around Dickman. Dickman tries to cross him over, get back up underneath. As they head through turn 1 and 2, up the hill, side by side one more time. Newton on the inside of the racetrack. Can Dickman cross him over off the corner? No, not able to do it. So Paul Newton has looked to be a little bit quicker than Dickman, just could not find a way around. He's now made his way to 2nd. Does Paul Newton have anything for Marcus Powell here in the last 10.5 minutes of this race? All right, Powell, Newton, Dickman now still it's a little ways back to Tyler King, Trevor Fechner, and Paul Jackson. Got a little separation now. Paul was looking to challenge Trevor for 5th, but he's now dropped back about 1.5 seconds at this point. So we're going to stick with this battle up here in the front. Make their way around another lap here as we start lap number 9. 9 minutes left to go. Marcus just has no breathing room whatsoever. He's been fastest car all night long. He was fastest in practice. He was fastest in qualifying. But right now he has got Newton and Dickman all over the back of him, not giving him any room to breathe. He can't relax. He's just pushing every single lap. Bryce Dickman's looking to pick up his third victory of the season. He won last time out at VIR, but right now back here in third. He's got two good cars right there in front of him. It's not going to be easy. He's going to have a little bit of luck here if he is going to pick up back-to-back wins here in the SCCA Fresno Sim Racing League. And Paul is driving the wheels off the 27. He has caught the 404 of Marcus Powell right there. But it's one thing to catch somebody, it's another thing to get around him. Down the hill through the S's one more time. Heading down to turn number 11 through 10. High speed left-hander, and then it's going to head down the hill right into that hard right-hand hairpin of turn number 11, the famous turn number 11 here at Sonoma. And Paul takes a peek to the inside, gets in a little deep, and that's going to allow Marcus to get a good run off the corner. As a matter of fact, Dickman was able to catch up to the back of Newton. I think Paul just drove the car in a little bit too deep, and that caused him some momentum off the corner. Let's see if he can find some pace here as they come across the line to start lap number 10. Jump on the nose here of the 14, and you look up a little bit, and Powell sneaking away just a little. He's about 0.8 of a second clear of Marcus Powell. So let's take a look back from Marcus. Take a look back looking at Newton. We got an off track from Dickman. He's still on the racetrack, so maybe just got a little bit, a couple tires off, but he has lost some ground right here. He's now back about 0.6 of a second. Take a look from the chopper cam. It's just kind of, shot makes me a little bit sick, but off track for Audrey Tam. We'll see where she's at here. She's going to get back on the racetrack and get it rolling. All right, it looks like it's going to come down to Paul Newton and Marcus Powell, unless one of them makes a mistake and collects the other one. This is the battle for the lead, and it's a little ways back to Bryce Dickman. Tyler King now about 12 seconds back from this group. Can anybody find a way around the 404? And you can see Bryce got a good run into that corner, but that actually might have hurt. It got in so hard into the corner, so deep right there, that it might have actually hurt his pace off the corner as Paul gets about another car length away from him. But these top three anyway, separated by about 4 to 5 tenths of a second between each other. And you can see Marcus trail braking up to that corner right there. Paul's a little bit better. He's reeled him in about a half a car length. All right, if you're just now joining us, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Oh, Dickman has to check up. He just about drove into the back of Paul Newton right there. Got a good run into the corner and had to check up and get into the back of the 27. So Dickman's starting to find his rhythm again here, as he has now caught the back of Paul Newton here for second. We jump on board one more time here with the 404. I guess we don't have any animation of the driver actually shifting. A 25-minute race. We're 5 minutes left to go. For 20 minutes, this is what it's looked like this entire race. The only position swap was between Paul Newton and Bryce Dickman. Other than that, these top three have been just like this entire race since the drop of the green flag. Just no breathing room at all. But Marcus Powell looking to pick up was it his first victory? I gotta need to check that out. Let's see here. Take a look on the season. This would be Marcus, and Marcus had fast time victory in the time trials last week, but this would be his first race win if he can hang on. So Marcus Powell looking to pick up his first race win. And as I say that, look at Paul Newton alongside as they come across the line into turn number 1. Paul Newton got a great run off of turn number 11, and they are side by side. He's got a nose at the line. At the line, it was Paul Newton by about 6 inches, and he is going to have the inside line and they get up the top of the hill. Powell able to get some momentum, get clear of Paul Newton. So we have got a challenge for the lead. Here comes Bryce Dickman into the picture. He's now looking for a way around Paul. Dickman trying to find a way around the 27 of Paul Newton, but right up in front of him is Marcus Powell. That was the first challenge he's really had since we went green flag. We got 3 minutes left to go. We got maybe 2 more laps at this point. Where we at on the racetrack here? Always got to cheat and look at the map right here. So they're going through turn 6 up to 7. We got 3.5, maybe 2 laps, maybe 3. We'll see what the timer is when they come down across the line. But right now, if Paul Newton's got a chance to pick up the victory, he's only got a couple more shots to do it. Thanks for jumping in up there, Deborah. Thanks for checking in. All right. It's going to come down to one of these three right here. It's going to be Powell, Newton, or Dickman. Tyler King way too far back right now. He's back here about 14 seconds. Then it's Trevor Fetchner. James Carruthers has now made his way around Audrey 10. Something happened to Paul Newton, or Paul Jackson. Paul's now parked it in the pits. I did not see any kind of an off-track incident with him. So unfortunate there for Paul in the Yay Toast number 112. He looks like he's parked it for the day. All right, 2.5 minutes left to go, so we're going to get 2 more laps in. We'll come across the line. We'll get 1 more lap completed. So Paul Newton's got 2 laps left if he is going to find a way around 2 minutes. Next time by will be the white flag. Marcus Powell driving for everything he's got. Paul Newton had a shot at him the last lap, but had to settle back into second. This is our top 3. This is the race for the win. Powell off track in the grass right there. That's going to hurt his momentum off the corner. Paul not able to gain any momentum from it, though. He's still about 4 car lengths back. Marcus Powell driving for everything he's got, trying to get away from the 27 of Paul Newton. And Paul just being smooth. He is making up a little bit of ground here. Is he going to have a shot once again as he come across the line? We got 1:40 to go. We will take the white flag next time by. About a lap and a half left in this race. And you can see the concentration on the face of Paul Newton in the 27. He has got pace right here. Closes it back up on the back bumper of the 404 as we head down through the S's. Bryce Dickman right there as well. Can Paul find a way to stick a nose up underneath the 404 into the hairpin down to turn number 11? Marcus got a little bit of a separation right there. About a car length. Let's see what they do. Marcus sliding it sideways through 10 into turn number 11. It looks like Paul's going to take a little bit wider entry. Let's see if that helps him off the corner. He's able to get down on the line. Off the corner. It's going to give him a really good run right here like he did a couple of laps ago. We're going to come across the line. White flag in the air. Paul Newton not able to get up alongside of Marcus Powell, but he is right there. He's basically pushing him across the line up into turn number 1. White flag. 1 more lap left to go here at Sonoma. It's still anybody's race right now. Marcus Powell, Paul Newton, Bryce Dickman, and Dickman now on the back of the 27. You look in car there with Bryce Dickman. He's looking for an opportunity, but he has got to get by 2 cars if he's going to get back-to-back victories. Right now, it's in the hands of Marcus Powell in the 404. His race to lose right now. Paul Newton still trying to find a way to get up alongside. We're going to stick here with the top 3 for this last half a lap. Through turn 6 up to 7. That hard right-hand turn. Let's see if anybody can gain a little momentum right there. If he can get in the corners smooth and get a good run off. This is going to be an opportunity for Paul Newton. He's looking to the inside. Does not. I thought he might take a late lunge right there, but had to back up, get back in line behind Marcus. All right, the last time down through the S's, down the hill through this high-speed flowing S's, through turns 8, 9, and 10, all the way down to 11. If we're going to see a pass, I think it's going to be at 11. Paul's got to get a little bit closer. Marcus Powell getting a little separation right there. Paul has got to close in on the back of him if he wants a chance to do anything on these last couple of corners. They're make their way through 10. Here it is one time. Dickman taking a look to the inside of Paul, of Newton. He is not close enough. He might take a lunge. No. Paul Newton closes in. Dickman on the inside. He's going to have a run on the 27. Across the line, it's going to be Marcus Powell out in front of Bryce Dickman right there. He's going to steal second away from Paul Newton at the line. No. Coming off the final corner, side by side. Paul Newton's going to take second, but it's going to be Marcus Powell bringing home his first victory of the season in the 25-minute portion of the event. Like we said last week, he won the time trial at Virginia, but he brings home the win here tonight. Paul Newton right there in second, Bryce Dickman third. They put on a show there right to the end. And then a little further back, we see Tyler King still going to come up and finish his lap back here in fourth. Trevor Fetchner coming across the line in fifth. James Carruthers in sixth. And it's going to be Audrey Tan bringing home the Skittles number 027 in seventh. And then out back, it was Paul Jackson not finishing the race. He only completed 11 laps out of the 14 and a half, about the 14 laps we did. But here comes Audrey going to finish the race here in seventh. Across the line. And then Paul Jackson in the 8 Toast number 112 sitting there on pit road. So Marcus Powell going to bring home the victory here at Sonoma in the Skittles Grand Prix of Sonoma. Let's take a look back at that last couple of corners there with Paul Newton and Bryce Dickman. And it came down here to turn number 11, and watch Bryce take a look to the inside. He's got a really good run getting in the corner. I thought Paul might do the same thing to Marcus, but he opens up. Paul just got in a little too deep, opened up the bottom of the racetrack to Dickman. And Bryce had a really good run off the corner right there, but Newton was able to carry the momentum as they just about touched through 12. And the drag race to the line, as you can see right there, just by about a foot, it was Paul Newton coming home in second. So let's jump over to the Discord and see if we can find anybody for our post-race interviews. All right, Marcus Powell bringing home the win. Let's see if we can find Marcus. I don't know what... All right, I think... Hey, Marcus.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey, Marcus, it's Chris. Are you there?
Hey, how's it going?
Well, you tell me, brother. It was you're the one that was sweating all night long.
Dude, tell me I'm sweating right now. Oh my god.
Man, you were once again, just like last time out, you were the fastest car in practice, the fastest car in qualifying, but this time you're able to hang on. I mean, you're pretty much running qualifying laps every single lap out there, it looked like to me.
Yeah, it certainly felt like it. I felt like I was on the raggedy edge the whole time, and you know, Paul and Bryce were definitely keeping me on my toes, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, you know, so like I said last time out at Virginia, you looked to be dominant. Just kind of missed out on the win here tonight. What'd you do? I mean, I'm guessing you're really familiar with Sonoma. You got a lot. I think when we talked last time, you guys all have quite a few laps around this racetrack.
Well, I was actually joking with Bryce yesterday that I've actually done one real life track day out here, and I want to say that's what gave me the edge.
Well, that's definitely got to help out. I mean, you look good out there tonight, but Paul and Bryce were not. They were relentless there, pushing you to the end of that one.
Oh, dude, tell me! Like every lap we go through turn 11, they'd catch up 3 or 4 tenths. I was definitely starting to sweat halfway through that race, seeing them get closer and closer.
Well, congratulations on the victory, man. I know you've been wanting to get one all season long. You've been getting faster and faster every single week, and you finally picked one up.
I appreciate it. It really feels good. I'm glad it all just worked out this time around.
All right, man. Well, before we get you out of here, I know you got to go do the fun race here in a minute, but anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Again, I just want to thank all the SCCA guys for letting me get in here. Bryce and Paul for putting up a hell of a damn good fight and keeping me on my toes and making me sweaty. And I got to go change my shirt now.
All right, brother. Well, we'll see you in about 4 weeks. Have a good rest.
Right
Have a good one, man.
Appreciate it.
You bet. All right, let's see if we can find it. Looks like Paul's already jumped up here with us. So Paul Newton, you got Chris in the booth. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Well, that was a good one, man. I mean, you guys threw everything you had at him, and Marcus was just flawless tonight. Really, I mean, he just did not make any mistakes. You guys put on a really good show.
Yeah, thank you. Congrats to Marcus. That was awesome job of driving by him. I had a little bit of an opening in turn 11. He was a little slow getting out of there, and a couple of times I ducked to the inside and I got side by side, and one time I actually beat him to the line. So that was going to be my strategy on the last lap. I knew if I tried to make a move and failed, that Bryce was going to get past me, and I didn't have any chance. So
Well,
I just tried to make.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's that? Just tried to make that move on the last lap, and Bryce kind of snookered me to it. He got to it first, so that's me and him were side by side to the line. That was a great race with him. So great race all around with everybody up front there.
Yeah, a couple laps left to go. You got up alongside of Marcus. I kind of looked away for a second, looked back at the screen. You guys were side by side going across the line up through turn number 1. I thought you had a good shot at him, but anything you think you could have done anywhere different on the racetrack that give you a little bit of advantage to get around him?
I just really struggled in the 2 braking zones going into 7 and going into 11. I was pretty good out of 11, but it's really hard to make that pass into turn 1. So probably just, if I was going to do anything, is concentrate more on getting hard into turn 7, getting fast off of turn 6, and then the same thing for turn 11. That's about all I could do.
Well, we got a few more weeks coming our way here in the season. Then we've also got the rally starting back up again. Was it in a couple of weeks? Anything you want to shout out to the viewers there before we let you get out of here?
Yeah, check out the Sim Rally Club. You can join with just an Xbox or a PlayStation. You don't need any fancy sim rig. You don't need a fancy steering wheel. So that's an easy way to get involved in sim racing with the Fresno SCCA. And I want to thank Audrey for sponsoring tonight's race, and Skittles for all the fun we had tonight. That was all courtesy of Audrey, and thank her quite a bit. And well, hello to everybody watching at home.
So who won the Spirit of Skittles Award?
Well, we're going to have to vote on that on the Discord afterwards.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were going to vote during the race or right at the end or not. I tried to get the YouTube viewers to vote in there, but they were all a little shy. So, all right, well, man.
Thank you.
You bet. All right. Well, good job tonight. You guys put on a great show like always. And we look forward to the next one. So, but once again, we're gonna go. So we're gonna get out. We'll get Bryce up in here real quick with us. Let's see, Bryce. You got Chris in the booth. Are you there?
How's it going, Chris? I can hear you.
Are you watching the replay there? I'm looking over your shoulder as we're talking here, so I can see you checking out the replay. So are you trying to decide maybe what you could have done a little bit different somewhere on the racetrack?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was just fun race. I'm just watching the replay because that was a really good race. Yeah.
Yeah. Early on, it looked like you had maybe equal pace with Marcus. Just could not find a way to get to the bumper and get around him. But did you feel like you pretty much had the same pace all the way throughout? Because at one point, about middle of the race, there, it looked like you actually maybe found a little bit more pace right there. But then Paul was able to sticker you and take that second spot away.
Yeah, I felt like I saved a little bit better in the beginning, so I had some pace in the middle, but it's just so hard to pass. And after I failed to pass him, I didn't want to block Paul too much. I defended for a while, but he was just all over me. So I mean, he made a great move, but I kind of allowed him to go through and didn't fight it so hard so that, maybe he would get, race with Marcus and I'd have another chance at it at the end, conserve tires again. But it's just, I don't know what I could have done there. I made a couple mistakes driving, and yeah, I think I honestly wish I would have been a little bit more aggressive.
Well, I mean, as we've seen every single week here, or every single month, every single race, every single event, whenever it might want to say, it's not every week, but with the SCCA club, I mean, you have no opportunity to take a break. I mean, it's just, you're just pushing every single lap. I mean, nobody's making a mistake, and if you back off, you're just going to lose too much ground. You can't make it back up.
Yeah. Excuse me. It was, you had to be perfect. I think that was the only way I was going to be able to beat Marcus. He was just so fast today, which, congrats to him on his first win in these cars, because that was an awesome drive.
Yeah. All right, brother. Well, we talked to you last night in the truck race. I told you we'd be back here talking again tonight. Here we are. So we'll be back next Tuesday night at North Wilkesboro for the Western Racing League. So before we get you out of here, man, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to Audrey for sponsoring this broadcast, and Paul and Marcus, obviously, for an awesome race. And then I'll thank my fans that are watching as well, my grandparents and my girlfriend Kirsten. So, yeah, that's about it.
All right, man. Well, good luck the rest of the week, and I'm sure we're going to talk to you again here soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
night.
You too.
Thanks.
All right, that's going to wrap it up here. We actually got one vote in the YouTube chat for our Skittles. Who is that up there? I got to look, squint, so it's Bewildered. Audrey Town, the best Skittles. I think you're right. I think Audrey's probably going to win for best Skittles, and she did sponsor the event. So let's take the opportunity here to take a look at our full results. After 25 minutes of race, and Marcus Powell going to come on with a victory. He also won the time trial competition before this. So Marcus, Paul Newton, Bryce Dickman, that's your top three. We just got done talking to him. Tyler King back there in fourth. Trevor Fetchner fifth. James Carruthers, Audrey Tan, and Paul Jackson was not able to finish the race. Going to round out our top 8 here at Sonoma. Marcus Powell led all 13 laps. Paul, actually, I think, did Paul sneak a lap in there? I think he might have led that one lap. But Paul, fat hard charger, up 1 spot, so he only gained 1 spot. That was a hard charger award. Most laps led was Marcus, as we said, and the fastest lap, and he sat on the pole. So pretty dominant performance here from the 404 of Marcus Powell. We come back, what do we say? Alton Park here on was it August 5th? I think it is on the schedule. That's going to be the next event here for the SCCA Fresno Club. And then, let's see here. So we got some more races coming your way. Tomorrow night, it's the Victory Lane Outlaws Cars Late Model Series at Kern County with Liam Irving bringing you coverage for that. Friday night, we got the Half Decent Racing League Truck Xfinity Series at Atlanta. Saturday night, it'll be the JWR E-Racing Saturday Night Fever money racing super speedway style. If you really like some super speedway racing, do not miss that. But the big event we got coming our way, the Kings Royal, the Dirty Old Bastards hosting their 9th annual Kings Royal event, 4 nights of racing, July 20th through the 23rd. 60 drivers signing up for that one. Some of the best sprint car drivers in all of iRacing are going to be here with us. Do not miss that one. That's going to be a fun 4 nights of racing. But we're going to go ahead and get ourselves out of here for the night. I just want to take this moment and just say thank you all for spending your evening with us here at DRSN. I'm Chris Murphy saying keep it smooth, keep it smart, and if you can't do that, at least keep it entertaining for the folks at home. We're going to see you next time. Good night.